Good afternoon. This is Zach Culver from the Kentucky Employee Assistance Program with today's Wellness Break. There's a lot of stress and uncertainty out there because of this virus. People are feeling a real sense of a loss of control. I feel it myself when I'm watching the news or when I'm talking to others about all that's going on, or when I wander down the toilet paper aisle at the grocery store, hopeful that I'm going to see a package of Charmin, because in my mind that represents some return to normalcy and safety instead of a creeping feeling of panic. We need a sense of purpose in order to quiet the mind, because it results in feelings of courage, which allows us to live with intention. We at the Kentucky Employee Assistance Program want to offer up some tools to achieve that goal of intentionality, instead of feeling at the mercy of your surroundings or your anxious thoughts. A sense of control can be achieved through action and sense of self. When we let go of trying to control things that are beyond our control, but instead look at our choices. Choices to respond to tough things in a way that's consistent with our values. You can work to honor our responsibility for social distancing. You can keep informed of the relevant news about the outbreak. You can continue to work and act in a manner that's valuable to you at your office and home. If you're lucky enough not to be directly influenced by illness or economic fallout, it's difficult not to become overwhelmed by those that are and the suffering worldwide. But as we will discuss in a future session, compassion can be a helpful skill to manage those emotions. For those of you dealing with loved ones that are ill or quarantined or out of work, or if you yourself are the victim of these effects, our thoughts are with you. We recognize that the following wellness sessions do not eliminate these problems, but it is our hope that by providing support, people will not feel alone and can be empowered, restoring a sense of control through small, deliberate means. So let's simplify in the face of all these virus infection computer projections and 24-hour news cycles and excessive information on tap, so we can be more present moment aware instead of always worrying about the future. And simple it will remain, as our visits will stay under 15 minutes and will serve to be helpful, not one more thing to add to the complexity of the current world status. Now, simple does not mean easy, and simple does not mean it's not beneficial. It's my hope that I can offer you a short moment of peace in the midst of all this, and the ability to build off these pauses to become successful at developing your own moments of peace and purpose, as we explore tools that you can use without intensive ongoing instruction and at no cost to you. In the vein of simplicity, we have to start at the basics, the breath. Think of the last argument you had, or a stressful moment with family, or when you hear that the number of confirmed cases of the virus have not yet peaked. You might be scrambling internally to come up with a way to respond or act. You'll inevitably be thinking about how this will impact your future and your loved one's future. There's a lot you're thinking, but I can bet that one of those things is not your breathing. This is a problem if we want any influence over how we respond or how we manage our stress response. When we brace for the metaphorical impact, the other shoe to drop, the worst case scenario. We hold our breath, and once it resumes, it is often much more rapid. Lack of oxygen results in panic. Rapid breathing prolongs the fight or flight response, maintaining your agitation. Research on the relationship between heart rate and distress shows us the importance of measured breathing on stress management. More specifically, the ability to dial back the fight or flight response and influence our body's reaction to upsetting information. All of this starts with the diaphragm, a parachute-shaped muscle nestled between the lungs and the stomach, which helps us to draw in breath, and we can visualize expanding as we are breathing in. Given that the diaphragm resides in the abdomen, we can use that movement to confirm that we're using it successfully. So if you would, play along with me. Place one hand on your belly button and one on your chest by your heart. Now, take a deep breath. You should be extending your abdomen in order to use that diaphragm to draw in a deep breath. You know that you're successful when your bottom hand is the one that is moving. Your upper hand may move, but only slightly. It's that bottom hand that's important. Use that movement to focus. Close your eyes and attend to the rhythmic rise and fall of your abdomen. Up as you breathe in, and down as you exhale. Continue to follow that process. Up and down. If your mind wanders away to something else, notice it and bring it back to your breathing. Commit to maintaining your attention, but don't be frustrated when your attention wanders, because that is what the human brain is set up to do. Scan the environment. Just notice the loss of focus and bring it back to your breath. Up and down. Okay. When you're ready, stop your focus, reorient to the room, and open your eyes. As you leave today's session and go back out into a reality with COVID-19 in it, be more aware of how you are breathing during challenging moments. Make an effort to regulate your breathing, especially when entering situations in which tensions are higher or worries are more easily triggered. Practice diaphragmatic breathing when you're not stressed so that you can access it when you are. Get your family involved during this time of being stranded at home. You can work to shoot for a range of 10 to 16 breaths per minute. And one breath includes the in and the out. Make it a contest or do something to bring awareness to it so that anyone at home can use it as we find ourselves at risk for stretching each other's patience. As part of this series, I want to provide supplemental information to go along with the theme so you can build further off what we discuss if you choose. Being brief makes this accessible, but in order to maintain the use of these skills, booster information increases success. So we'll have a link on our website with more information about the benefits of diaphragmatic breathing. Let us know if you have any questions about today's information or supplemental resources by contacting us in Employee Assistance. As you see our numbers there on the screen. Please join us tomorrow at 2 for another session as we continue to expand on these themes and build our digital supportive community. Stay safe.